Masters, you finally got to the end. Good for you. Congratulations. And are we going to do a reread? Take care.
Taishar, first-time readers, Tarmon Gai'don is here. Pray to Bella, but have no fear, because even though Carrie already finished the series, you will not ride alone. And thank you for all of the entertainment over the years.
Well, first time readers, you made it. You got all the way through the last battle. Congratulations. We weren't sure you were going to make it. We weren't sure if any of you were going to survive. You know, so many people didn't survive the last battle, but you did. So keep that in mind and enjoy the rest of the book. Congratulations again. Looking forward to seeing more from you guys.
Hey Josh, Kay, Carrie, sort of. Cheers, my friends. Journey is complete and it's been a long one. Thank you for a million hours of hilarious content. Thank you for letting us watch your journey. Thanks for your patience with Brother Dan and Ryan and their endless nonsense, and thanks for somehow turning Robert Jordan's beloved prose into 1,000 clunky dick and fart jokes. Cheers, guys.
What's up, Kay and Josh? Congratulations on surviving the last battle. I'm proud of you guys for seeing this through to the end. I look forward to hearing what you all think, and hopefully you haven't beaten me to this one. Elaine waved for Gita to approach. Elaine wrinkled her nose and reached down from horseback to take Brigida's head. Taishar.
First time readers, oh my god, you have done it. You made it through the last battle. We are so proud of you. Kay, my wife, I love you so much. I'm so excited that you can soon stop tricking me into giving you spoilers, and I can talk to you about the end of the books. You guys are awesome. Josh, I've given you a hard time over the years, but you're a great guy, and I really enjoyed listening to all your insights into the context of the book and what you bring to the table when we're listening to all of it together. Brother Dan and Brother Ryan, you guys have been like family to me. I'm glad to have you as brothers of my own, and I thank you so much for everything you've done over the past couple of years to create a community for us and to include me in different activities and shows that you've done. We definitely missed our older first-time readers, Carrie and Todd. We wish you were still here with us. You're here in our hearts. Carrie, we're so proud of you for finishing Todd. I don't know if you actually finished or not, but if you have, congratulations. Great seeing you from time to time. Big shout out to Luz Jr. for creating these awesome t-shirts for us, which we will wear with pride for the rest of our lives. As you guys start maybe your next show of rereads, maybe? I don't know. What are we going to do now that the first time reader show is over? We're going to have so much time for activities, so we're going to have to figure something out. But thank you all so much for everything you've done for us. It's been such a great pleasure being a part of this community for these years and watching our friends enjoy something that has held such a special place in our hearts over the years. So congratulations, you're almost done. The last battle's over. You're awesome. And Taishar and Bella! Oh my god. Did you hear? The puppets and their first time readers are almost done with the last book of the Wheel of Time. Ah! I'm so excited. I can't wait. Bella! Do we all remember the first show we ever attended?
The very first
Puppet
episode.
show. The first
We have
puppet
not
show.
attended
The
one.
very first
that late at
episode of
night
the
for me.
puppet show.
I think it was like book 4 for me.
It was the second episode because Glenn drugged me to it, going, "Oh my God, you got to watch the puppets."
I remember laughing my ass off when we discovered that they were doing a puppet show. Because for the weeks leading up to it, Dan and Ryan were hanging out in Discord voice chats with us all the time, talking up their show, about coming up with the show. Never once did they mention puppets. And the show opens up and there's puppets, and oh my fucking God, everybody lost it in chat.
So the first puppet show that I saw, I had joined the fandom. It was before season one came out, and I was kind of like jumping around to different YouTube chats trying to see which one might be one that I really enjoyed. And one night, I think I saw on Twitter that the puppets were doing a show, and so I hopped onto it for the first time. I was cooking dinner and I had no idea what to expect, and it was totally wild. And I like had my laptop on the counter when I was cooking, and like a Bella happened, and I was like, "What is happening?" And I'm like Bellaing while I'm cooking dinner. And then,
Mm-hmm.
like Ryan does, he like, calls out people he's seeing for the first time. And he called me out, and I was like, oh, he said my name. And it was like, oh, I was like, oh no, I like these people. And that was my very first show. I remember it very vividly. I don't remember what book it was or what chapter, but it was pretty cool. I think it was still when Todd was on, so it was quite a while ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We
So,
miss you, Tadori.
Ty Shar puppets.
I don't remember the first show that I saw, but what I have seen is Josh's progression. He was so reticent to say anything early on and was
Mm.
talked over. Well, they're always talking over, but was talked over all the time. And now he just sticks his nose right in it and he doesn't care. I love the transition that he's gone through over the years. So that's not a reflection on the first show I saw, but it is certainly a wonderful progression on his part.
For myself, my first show was shortly after, I guess, the first show, because Glenn drugged me over, literally. It was like, you have to watch this. Within the first 5 minutes, both Ryan and Dan made some really inappropriate jokes. And I was like, I have found my people. And from that moment on, I sort of latched on. I'm amazed at the progress of Kay. She was extremely shy, very
Mhm.
hesitant to speak at all. To see Kay's progression, she has really come out of her shell, and her perspective on the series has become one of my favorites. So, I really enjoy that aspect as we get on later and later into the last book.
100%.
And I'll be sad to see it end, but I'll be glad to restart it again. So hopefully I'll see you then.
Um, I haven't watched the show yet, but they make me want to read the books more than even my husband. Just to watch the way they have fun with it. I've caught very few snippets, but they keep me interested more than the show did, more than any other thing does. The puppets keep me interested. So I hope they do it again. I think it would be great.
Yeah, so Dan messaged me one time and was like, "Hey, I'm going to be in Vermont on a business trip. We should meet up." And so I met him at his hotel, and we had a great time hanging out, talking about random stuff. And then um, just as I was about to leave, I went outside and there was like this crazy northern lights going on that I could even see from like the parking lot with all the lights coming down.
Mm.
So I called him up and was like, "Hey, you got to come down." So we drove up to the top of this hill nearby and like saw all the northern lights and everything. It was pretty great. And while I was at the hotel, I got a picture of the puppet which he had brought with him, sitting on top of his luggage like this, and I got it at just the right angle, so it looks really funny with the light behind.
He jerked erect. Taishar.
Taisha.
I
Nice.
So here's my naked parrot impression. Arf, arf, arf.
Parrot sucks.